Hello everyone, I'm very happy to see you again. Today I introduce to you some improvement to copy Tesla model to any Tesla version. The idea we copy all the model by reinforcement, ball, well, cut, assembly, surface, and other. We can expand more and more. For the back now, we can copy for beams, poly beam, counter plate, item, and for bend plate, lock plate, or spiral beam, or other structure. We will improvement in the next future. For the bow, that is okay now. For reinforcement, that's okay for standard rebar. Ply rebar or rebar set, we will expand in next future. For the well and polygon well, that's okay. Surface treatment. For the assembly, that's okay for low back assembly and super assembly. With the cut at level 1, that is okay for basic structure. With the cut level 2, that means the back cut includes some cut or attack back inside. We will improvement in the next version. And for the drawing or numbering or other, we will expand more and more in the next future. The idea, you select object from your Tesla model with any version and you export or selected object to data file with full detail or system beam. You open the Tesla project that you need import or combine model with any version and import Tesla model data file to your Tesla project with full detail. You have some new project and some old project and you can transfer data together by Tesla model data file. Example, you have the brick project and you can export or import any steel structure unique for new project from your old Tesla project to reuse structure. Only TDI support or worldwide or brick or detail or main structure. So what we need to coordinate all the model together. We must correct material catalog, profile catalog, bulk catalog, bulk assembly catalog, and other setting that's unique for your project. All the model must have the same catalog and setting to get the same result when you import model or transfer model. Example, you export TDI support to data file, you select or structure can be assembly back or component and you click export model to data file. You can export full detail for bow, well, and super assembly correct 100%. The tool is very easy for you to transfer model with almost complicated structure for writing, for stair stretch or railing or item, almost complicated structure. Now we go more detail to more understand how we do. We have a brick model with full detail in Tesla 2022, include 4 TDI box, main brick, worldwide, platform, other segment, and sub-assembly that full detail for bow, writing, support for lighting, handrail, detail, main brick structure with full detail, all the segment with sub-assembly inside, worldwide, writing. Now we export TDI support 1 to data file, the tooljet and export all the object model to data file include back, bow, well, cut, surface treatment, reinforcement, assembly, and super assembly that finished now with full detail for our structure. Similar, we export for TD support 2, yet that very fast. We export for TD support 3. You can select assembly type to export or select the back or component that is finished now. Similar for TD4 that finished now. You can select all model in one time or select only structure you want to copy and export data. You can use coordinate system at work plane or model original. And the type for export to full detail or system beam. Now we try to import the data model file to our Tesla version. Before we import the data model, we correct material catalog, profile catalog, bulk catalog, and bulk assembly catalog, and other setting. If you have the rule for your project, first we set the current for TDI support 1. We select the export file TDI support 1. We set work length to ply. We want to import the model and we change to work length and we read the data and that read on the model to current model. That read one by one for back, cut, or the attack back. You can see our structure read one by one for the object model cursor attack bar. The tool will check one by one for all the data. Yeah, that finished now with full detail for about well and how you select the assembly or the segment also sub-assembly about all the detail good. Now that is 3D Support 2 similar the way we do all the segment. Now 3D Support 3 that finished for 3D Support 3 only 42 seconds. Yes, that's very nice. Now TID Support 4, yeah, that finished for 3D Support 4. Now that main brick first direct order bar beam, poly beam, plate and net for the cut bar. You can see the status on the model when the tool run. Current the tool reading the cut bar for our structure inside the data file. That's very useful for you to review structure or combine the model together after finish well. And now that reading all the balls. Now the tool correct all the assembly to finish copy process. Yeah, that finish for all the main brick with full detail. Very fast and easy. Correct all the segment assembly. Now we read our brick segment. Yes, that's very fast. Net for north brick. Yeah, all structure full. Now we reading the platform. Yeah, all the platform copy with writing and complicate structure. We set current work length to the file you want to import. If you want to change the file, brick work wide or the work wide on the top of the brick reading. You can see all writing stat already copy. Now finish for all the work wide with full bow. Everything almost the same with the main model. And final we read the lighting support or the light support structure are reading first for all back and now reading the well and bow. You can see all the structure for lighting copy now. That is very nice. Yeah, you can rebuild the model very fast and easy, or you can combine all structure together easy for review the structure. We can use the system beam to Xbox only the main structure for beam and poly beam to review structure or connection with the system beam. That is very fast. Only the light system for beam and poly beam that not include the bow and well or cutting, only the beam. Now we go to C# to more detail. First we get all the bar from selected object. Next we read all the data for fitting, cut plan, cut, and final we get all the data for assembly. The cut can be fitting, cut plan, at chamfer or boolean object. Next we get all the well or the bow or reinforcement or the surface treatment, and we correct all the other extra data. For the assembly we get all the main bar or the second bar or the sub assembly and all other extra data. The solution depends on your idea to get your task. You can get bar from the bar assembly or component or connection. That depends on your way select on the model. And when we read the data, we read all the data for each type object, beam, poly beam, contour plate or fitting, or you read one by one for each object on the model. And next step you copy all the data file to model, beam, poly beam one by one, depend on the idea you want to do on your project. Now we try Xbox full detail for typical big foundation, full reinforcement inside in Tesla 2020. Now we import to Tesla 2023 and you work plan and import to review all the big detail. That is fast, only 6 seconds for all full detail for big foundation. In case you want to review again structure design and drawing, or you can export typical foundation data with full reinforcement. And now you set work plan. We select the data file and read data. All structure copy for you, only 3 seconds for all detail. Now we try export precast column model from our project. The tool read data for all the bar, rebar, and big object and precast elements one by one. Yes, that's all the column, only 1 minute and 59 seconds for all precast column. Now we try import all precast column to Tesla 2023 with full detail to see how that works. The tool will import all concrete structure or big object reinforcement and correct our precast assembly one by one. Yeah, you can see all the column import now. Only 1 minute and 28 seconds for all. You remember to correct all the catalog for profile, material, bulk, repair, between the model. We can expand more objects in the next version and remember to correct all the catalog between model together. That are some ideas to transfer model between any version of Tesla structure. Thank you for your time. Hope you will get some useful information for your Tesla development in the next future. See you on the next video. Thank you. See you again.